Chris Rushworth and Graham Onions produced stunning spells with the second new ball as Derbyshire collapsed in their first innings on the second day of their crucial LV County Championship match with the current leaders Durham. Derbyshire lost their talisman, Wayne Madsen, first thing on the second morning as he was trapped in front by Onions to the fourth ball of the day. He was out with the home side on 100 for 2 after just the 31 overs were possible on day one, but Derbyshire soon put the loss of their captain behind them as Paul Borrington and Shivnarine Chandapal, playing against one of his former counties, got their heads down, knowing the importance of every run as they continued their inspired battle to avoid the drop into the second division. Borrington spent an hour and a half moving from his overnight 30 to his 50, showing the kind of fight his whole side has produced in the last few weeks. It was the first time that the 25-year-old has made it to a half-century this summer, but what a valuable one it was, one which had used up 152 deliveries, that being the sixth time that he'd found the boundary rope. Chandapal should have gone on 23, but he was dropped by Scott Borthwick off Paul Collingwood. It looked as if it was going to be the key moment of this day. That was because Chandapal and Borrington survived the remainder of the morning session, a good one for Derbyshire, who must have thought that they were getting the better of the Durham attack when Jamie Harrison got his radar horribly wrong. Chandapal was at his stoic best, continuing where he left off from the last match, when his crucial last day innings saw his side beat relegation rival Somerset. He didn't look like getting out too often there, and the same could be said about this innings, as he and his partner started to frustrate Durham by batting themselves into a position of strength. The West Indians' fifth four from his 119th delivery carried him to another 50, the 181st time he's raised his bat for that in his remarkable career. He is a man who adores a fight and is beginning to look at his best right now. So when he was held this time by Collingwood off the bowling of Usman Arshad, what a moment for him. It was a significant moment. It ended a stand of 106 for the third wicket, of which Chandapal had made 53. Batting bonus points could be vital come the end of the season, and so now Richard Johnson came in to increase the innings tempo. He pulled Arshad for a 6, while Borrington continued to expel blood and sweat but no tears as he moved on to 75 after 5.5 hours at the crease. The second new ball was then taken and it paid immediate dividends, Borrington's long vigil coming to an end when he edged Onions to Borthwick at 242 for 4. And in a flash, Derbyshire had slipped to 248 for 7. On 29, Johnson gave Borthwick a second catch in 2 overs to expose 2 new batsmen to the new cherry. Tom Poynton was one of them. He was out for a duck with a nick off Rushworth to Phil Mustard, while Alex Hughes clipped Onions to Arshad. In 4 overs, Derbyshire had lost 4 wickets and now Durham were the team on top. Yet they were then held up in their charge by Tony Palladino and David Wainwright, who were able to take their team to their second batting bonus point and close to their third. They put on an extremely valuable 42 runs for the 8th wicket to balance this fascinating contest back up once again. But Onions and Rushworth weren't done yet. The former clipped Palladino's off stump for his 4th success of the innings, and then Rushworth, having a great season, found the edge of Wainwright's bat to have him held by Collingwood. And for the second first innings in a row, Derbyshire fell just 2 runs short of a third batting point when Mark Footitt gave Rushworth a simple return catch as the bowler ended with figures of 5 for 47, his third 5-wicket haul of an excellent summer. All out for 298, Derbyshire now had 20 overs to try to fight back with the ball after they'd lost their last 8 wickets for just 92 runs. Footitt was not going to make life easy for the Durham openers. The left armour again bowled with good pace, but of course the problem with that is that if you don't get it right, hitting boundaries off you is a lot easier. Mark Stoneman took advantage as he and Keaton Jennings opened up their side's reply with a stand of 49. But both were out before the day's end. On 30, Stoneman got a feather to a delivery from Palladino and was taken behind. And then Jennings was done by some late in-swing from Palladino to be bowled for 16, a dismissal which will still give the home side plenty of encouragement going into day 3. And what a day in prospect we have. Borthwick and Will Smith survived the final 20 minutes and took the total along to 82 for 2, which means that Durham entered the second half of this game 216 runs behind. It could still slide either way.